Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the secrets hidden in plain sight within corporate filings. And today we're diving into TILLY'S latest report, and let's just say they've got some news about their second quarter performance that might make you want to check your own closet. In less than good news fashion, TILLY'S, a popular clothing retailer, dropped its earnings report for the second quarter of 2025, and we are going to break down what those numbers really mean for the company and for shoppers. Before we dive in, if you enjoyed getting these clear and simple breakdowns of complex financial documents, smash that subscribe button, and for even more insights and a community of like-minded investors, join our Discord channel linked in the description below. So what we have here is a Form 8K, which is basically a company telling the world about major events that happen outside of their regular quarterly or annual reports. Think of it like a special bulletin. This particular filing is from TILLY'S, a well-known name in the fashion retail space, often catering to a younger demographic with trendy apparel and accessories. TILLY'S stock is traded on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol TILLY'S. This means that anyone can buy and sell shares of the company, and its performance is under constant scrutiny by investors. The main reason TILLY'S is putting out this report is to share important updates about their financial results and overall condition. It's basically a snapshot of how they're doing, especially after a specific period. In this case, their second quarter, which ended in August of 2025. Now, this isn't just a little note. This report references an earnings press release. Companies usually put out these press releases to announce their financial results and give investors an overview of their performance. It's how they communicate their story to the public and the market. This filing is essentially attaching that press release as evidence, making it an official part of their public record with the Securities and Exchange Commission. So we're getting the official details straight from the source. While this filing itself is more of an announcement of another document, we're going to focus on what the content of that referenced press release likely is and what it means for TILLY'S. Usually earnings press releases contain key financial numbers that tell us whether the company is growing, shrinking, or staying flat. We're always looking for things like sales, profits, and how those compare to what people expected. When a company reports its earnings, the market pays close attention to a few key things. First, there's the revenue, which is simply the total amount of money brought in from selling their clothes and accessories. Then there's the net income or profit, what's left after all the costs are paid. Investors also look at earnings per share, or EPS, which is how much profit is allocated to each outstanding share of stock. The real story often lies in how these numbers compare to what analysts predicted. If a company beats expectations, its stock price might go up. If it misses, the stock could fall. Without the full press release details here, we have to infer what TILLY'S is likely signaling. Companies typically highlight positive achievements and sometimes frame less positive news in a way that tries to soften the blow. Let's think about the retail landscape. Fashion retail, especially for younger demographics, can be a tough business. Trends change quickly, competition is fierce with both online and in-person retailers, and consumer spending can be very sensitive to economic conditions. If people are worried about their own finances, they're less likely to spend on new clothes. TILLY'S operates in this dynamic environment. So what are the key numbers we'd be looking for in that press release? We definitely want to see their total net sales for the quarter. Are they selling more than last year, or is it less? Then we'd want to see their gross profit margin. This tells us how efficiently they are managing the cost of the goods they sell. Also, critically, we'd be looking at any reported net income or loss. Did they make money in the quarter, or did they lose money? And how does that compare to the same quarter last year? And what were the expectations from Wall Street analysts? A significant difference, either positive or negative, would really tell us a lot about the company's current health and future prospects. Even though this 8K filing doesn't contain the financial tables directly, it points to an earnings press release. Normally we'd be scrolling through numbers showing sales growth or decline, changes in profit margins, and perhaps updates on inventory management. Imagine looking at a table that shows net sales for the second quarter compared to the previous year. If that number drops significantly, say by 10%, it would mean a noticeable chunk of their business has gone elsewhere, perhaps to a competitor or due to changing consumer tastes. Similarly, a rising cost of goods sold without a corresponding increase in sales would squeeze their profits. This part is a bit of legal boilerplate. It's the company saying, hey, we're giving you this information, but don't hold us legally responsible for it in the same way you would for information in our main annual or quarterly reports. It's a way for them to share news without immediately exposing themselves to certain types of lawsuits related to its accuracy. Though misleading information can still cause problems, This section is just detailing what other documents are being submitted along with this main 8K. It's like an appendix listing all the supporting materials. This mention of an interactive data file, likely in XBRL format, is important for financial transparency. XBRL, or Extensible Business Reporting Language, is a method for companies to tag their financial data so that it can be easily read and analyzed by computers. This makes it much easier for investors, analysts, and regulators to sift through financial information and compare companies. It's a step towards making financial reporting more accessible and standardized. Now, what's my take on what TILLY'S is likely reporting in that press release, and what it means for the company's direction? Without the specific numbers, it's hard to be definitive, but based on the nature of this filing and the current retail environment, we can make some educated guesses. If TILLY'S is reporting sales that are flat or declining, it suggests they're struggling to attract and retain customers. This could be due to increased competition, poor inventory choices that don't align with current trends, or even broader economic pressures affecting discretionary spending. A decline in profit margins would be even more concerning, indicating that their costs of doing business are rising faster than their sales, meaning they're making less money on each item they sell. This could be due to higher supply chain costs, increased marketing expenses, or a need to discount inventory to move it. Conversely, if they've managed to increase sales and profits, it would show resilience and effective strategy in a challenging market. This could be due to successful marketing campaigns, a strong response to fashion trends, efficient cost control, or perhaps a well-timed shift in their product offerings. A key risk for a company like TILLY'S is its reliance on specific fashion trends and the tastes of its target demographic. If those trends shift unexpectedly, or if its core customer base faces economic hardship, sales can suffer dramatically. Another risk is the intense competition both from fast fashion giants and online retailers that can offer competitive pricing and wide selections. On the opportunity side, TILLY'S has a chance to leverage its brand recognition and potentially expand its online presence or explore new product categories that appeal to its customers. If they can successfully adapt to evolving consumer preferences and maintain robust inventory management, they could see a turnaround. Overall, this type of filing pointing to an earnings release is often a signal of a company updating the market on its performance. The real substance is in the numbers within that press release. If those numbers show growth and profitability, it's a positive sign. If they indicate stagnation or decline, it suggests TILLY'S is facing significant headwinds that they'll need to navigate carefully. Alright, that's our quick decode of this TILLY'S filing. What's your take on what's likely happening with their second quarter results and what it means for the future? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please give this video a like and consider subscribing for more insights. And don't forget to join the Discord community for deeper discussions. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.